Hey guys, welcome. You're at the Thrifty Journal Shop. My name's Amber. If you are new to my channel, hello. So happy you found me. And for all of you guys that keep coming back, thank you so much. All right, I have 6 glue books here today. Actually, there is 7 of them. I believe 3 of them are spoken for. So I have 4 available. They are listed in my Etsy shop right now, so you can go check them out. I'll leave all the details in the description box down below. So let's get to the flip through here. So all of the books that I'm gonna share today are thrifted. There are 2 of them that were given to me by Miss Sweet Carla Frizzell. So this is a Better Homes and Gardens needlepoint book. And all of them are gonna have a goodie pack. I'll show you guys one. I'll show you this one because they're all sort of similar. And so you have an idea. So this is the needlepoint one. Now all of these have a flexible wraparound spine. This one has 3 signatures. It is about 10 1/4 inches by about 9. It's got this really beautiful spine. This is a piece of quilt. And then each signature has 20 pages, so total front and back, 40 front and back. So you'll have a total of 120 spaces to journal, glue, art journal, whatever you would like. I am calling these glue books. I didn't put any fabric in these, and I kept them very basic and plain, but they are all somewhat a little bit similar with papers. So inside here, I lined this with some scrapbook paper, and I did cover my chain stitch. So what I like to do when I put my flexible, nice spine, see, it's nice and pliable. I love having this sort of spine. I chain stitch it to the cover. And so then sometimes I'll cover that up. So this is just some fabric washi. And then that's the back. So I added a lot of really fun papers. I had this really cool coloring book that I got thrifting. So you'll have a page of that. There'll be some vintage stationery. This is from some sort of art pastel book. I put some sort of divider in all of these. This is from a cookbook. This is Betty Crocker cookbook. There should be some children's book pages, graph paper, bird paper. This one has a Sesame Street paper. This is some really, like, I guess some letterhead. It's nice and thick. Got that thrifting. The back of the bird page, graph paper. And then I just sewed another little scrap next to the scrapbook paper. This is this pastel or painting book. My brain's fried today, guys. I hope I can get through this video, so bear with me. But this is such a cool book. You could paint this, color this. I just loved the images in here. Stationery, there's that coloring book. Then this is the second signature. Here's the inside of the spine, and I just use this really pretty fabric. So you have the quilt on this side, and then this really pretty flowered fabric. I've got some pages from this creative gardening book that I love. This is from another children's book with some kind of atlas, music paper. This is from this really cool book I shared that I found. Oh, it's so cool. I don't know the name of it, but it's in one of my book hauls, and it's all about apples, and it's just beautiful pages. It's nice and thick. I added a page from a Girl Scout book. If you were in Girl Scouts, it's like the Girl Scout badge book that I found thrifting. So I added a sheet from that, wallpaper, cookbook page. They'll all have some sort of painty paper that I did, more cookbook paper, some stationery from the Dollar Tree. So you've got lots of places to play and create. Now in all of these, I added this pocket. So you're all gonna have a pocket. So the pocket is made from one of these sheets. This was out of some quilting book that I had. So it's nice and thick. It's like almost a laminated plastic. So I just cut it in half, and I thought I would just make a really cool clear pocket. So all of these have this same pocket of some sort. And then in here, I added a couple index cards. I love these colored index cards, and more Dollar Tree paper, and then just like an offcut of some really cool wrapping paper. So you can do whatever you want with those, make tags, journaling cards. We're on to the third signature. This is from a really cool craft book. Love the color of this paper. This is from a needlepoint book. This is from like a 1960s like conservation book. Here's a garden flip. And then I just sewed a bunch of offcuts of paper together and made a sheet. Mickey Mouse, construction paper, and then in all of these, I did put a manila envelope. This is from an atlas. This is like the index in the back. I just thought it's pretty cool. I like all the like writing. This is some sprayed food coloring paper. And then here's the envelope. And in all of the envelopes, I'll show one of them, but they're all basically the same. I just gave you some really fun Dollar Tree sheets of paper. For those of you guys that don't know, I went to the Dollar Tree looking for that paper, and they didn't have it. I went to like 3 or 4 different dollar stores. So I ended up ordering a case of it. So I have plenty. So I'm graciously sharing it. And then there's some more of that paper offcuts that I sewed together. Some really cool scrapbook paper. And that's the back. And then this is the back of the cover. I just love this book. I just think it's such a pretty book. Love the color with the, I believe that's a lion there. Just such pretty colors. And then here's one of the sheets from this original book with the lion. So I'm including that. All right. So the packets that you're going to get, I'll show you this one. I'm including a page from the Creative Gardening. And then there's a couple sheets in here from like a teacher's guide. There's lots of cool little pictures that you could cut out if you wanted to. Just eclectic mix, guys. I think I included 3 sheets, 3 or 4, I believe 3 from my vintage cake decorating magazines I'm in love with. You could cut those out. You've got some sheets from gardening books, I think a needlepoint book. So just some random papers in there to have fun with. These wouldn't fit in this bag that I have here. And then in here, all of them are going to have some type of fun little envelope that I made, and I will show you the envelope for all of these. Here's some of my fodder, and then I just stamped on there. And then you'll get some random fodder that I love to make. And then I included like 3 sheets from a vintage field guide. I just think these sheets are so fun. I'm out of all the ones that have color on them, but these would be fun to color and then cut out and add to your glue book. A vintage reader. These are really cool pages. 2 sheets from those. Some type of children's book page, and just some more fun papers. And then all of these are going to have some type of vintage robot wallpaper. I just thought that was really cool. I love the robots. And then they're all going to have a sprayed sheet, and you're going to get one of my foddered sheep. So similar but different, but they will all have some fodder and a sheet and the robots and the field guide pages. So that is the goodie bag that you'll get with the needlepoint book, glue book, junk journal, art journal. I do call these more so of a glue book, but I mean, you can use them for whatever. I'm using my glue book right now. I'm sketching in it. I'm doing all sorts of things. So, all right. So this is the Green Kingdom. And this is a childcraft book. And here is the spine. This is some, I believe, vintage sheet that I got from Miss Madeline. 3 signatures. Such a pretty cover. Just look at all the color. Love it. And this is about 10 inches by about 8 3/4. Like I said, 3 signatures, 20 pages in each signature, giving you 40 front and back with a total of 120 pages. So here is your goodie bag. There's all the pages you're going to get. And then there's the fodder. All right, and then here's the envelope you're going to get. I had so much fun making these envelopes just using painty paper, some of my fodder, and stamping. I'm going to be doing some videos on how to just play around with the fodder or embellishments or ephemera. I've got some ideas for that. Get into the flip through here. Same sort of papers, okay? This is some scrapbook paper I lined here, and there is the washi covering my chain stitch, and that's the back. Okay, garden paper, bird book page. You're going to see a lot of the similar papers. Love this sprayed paper, stationery, cookbook pages. That apple book, this is the second signature. Painty paper, so pretty there. This coloring book, music paper, and then inside there is your Dollar Tree paper. Love this. This is from a vintage cookbook. I just love this little lady. Wallpaper, stationery. There's that tab from a cookbook. There's that really cool flowers that you could paint or color. I love that paper. The other side of the manila envelope, music paper. So pretty. That apple paper. Love it next to the color. Third signature, here's the garden flip. The atlas page, scrapbook paper, children's book page, graph paper. And then here's your cool pocket. And same thing, you're going to have vintage wrapping paper, some Dollar Tree sheets, and some index cards. Love that pocket. The Girl Scout book, cookbook page, stationery, graph paper. So lots of fun spots, places. Love this scrapbook paper. So that is the Green Kingdom. Nice and fun and squishy. Great size. All right, now I've got the Successful Gardening. I love this book. This is a big one. This is about 13 inches this way and about 11 and a half this way. This one has same thing, 3 signatures, 20 pages front, 20 pages, 40 front and back, total of 120. And then I love this spine. This was some fabric I got at Joann's. It's just beautiful. Love it with the cover. So then in the inside here, I lined this. And when I first showed these, it was a little bubbly, but it dried all nice. So this is from some sort of calendar that I had. And then I just added some fabric washi, a little heart. And then the back is some scrapbook paper. Just using what I have and some more of that washi. And then here's your goodie bag. And then inside here, you're going to have the envelope with my little whimsical sheeps I've been making. I love these. And I just stamped deer and put some fabric washi there. Just fun. So that will be your goodie bag and your stuff to play with. Oh, that's from this creative gardening book. I love that book. So pretty. Bird book. A lot of similar pages. Love how these pages turn out when you just take all the offcuts and sew them together. It's really cool. I guess that's Franken paper. Painty paper. Graph paper. Sesame Street. Scrapbook paper. This is some stationery. I love this bird book. There's that really pretty drawing book or painting book that I got. Second signature, there's that coloring book page. And then here's your pocket with all your goodies, your 2 index cards. So pretty, the sprayed paper. Love that. Love this color. The atlas. Here is your divider. This one's from a garden book. The Girl Scout badge book. This is a needlepoint book. A flip. This was some children's book I got at the library. I think some kind of dictionary or school book, but I love it. It's really cool. The paper's nice and thick. Oh, my brain's fried, guys. I am sorry. Coloring book page. So pretty. And then here's the third signature. And there is that page from the Apple book. Garden book, construction paper. There's your manila envelope. This is from, I believe, a Southern Living cookbook. Love this wallpaper. Stationery. Cookbook page. More scrapbook paper. And there's your goodies inside the envelope. Instruction paper. Garden paper. More of that Apple page. And then that's the back. And then that is the back of that one. Successful Gardening. Just a beautiful, beautiful glue book. And there's your goodies. Okay, and then I have this one. I love this book too. This was from Miss Carla. This is a Reader's Digest Country and Western Songbook. This is a big one too. This is about 12 1/4 by about 11. This one has a few more pages. I put 22 pages in each signature. There's 3 signatures. So there should be 132 pages or some sorts in here. I can't count today. Oh man. All right, and then let's take a look at the spine here. I love this fabric, the bright red, okay? And then here is your packet, and then this is the envelope you will get. All right, and you'll have all of these goodies with some fun fodder. I still have fodder packs, guys. If you are interested, I'll leave my email address. I do have one listed in my Etsy shop. I prefer to do PayPal with those just because of the shipping and the fees and stuff. I can also do Venmo also. All right, 3 signatures in here. I lined this with some scrapbook paper, red that I had. And then here's another sheet of scrapbook paper. There's a little bubbly right here, but that's okay. Fabric washi. This was part of the spine. I was going to make a bookmarker, but I'm just going to send it with it, and you can do whatever you want with that. All right, bird book page, similar papers, the coloring book. Love those lemons, so pretty. The Apple book. There's your envelope inside of your goodies. Love how it lays. It lays nice and flat and it's pliable. It's just a nice, love my flexible spines. Painted paper, I thought that looked really cool with the red, all the red. Second signature, love those apples. There is your flip. So pretty. And there's your pocket with your goodies in there. Wallpaper. The Girl Scout page. This embroidery book. Just thought it was kind of cool. Love these 70s embroidery books. There's some stationery. Wallpaper. There's that fun drawing paper. Children's book. Scrapbook paper. Third signature, more apple paper. There is your tab out of a Betty Crocker cookbook. The atlas, sprayed paper. Sesame Street. This is another book that I got thrifting with. I love this handwriting in here. It's just beautiful. Cookbook. A conservation book. graph paper, more scrapbook paper. Okay. And that is the Reader's Digest Country Western Songbook with that beautiful spine. Okay, and then I've got the Tubby Turtle. Now this one isn't done yet, but this one and this one are going to the same owner, I believe. So I will do a flip through of this. I plan on getting this one done this weekend. This is going to be more like a junk journal, but I'll do a separate flip through for that. I do have another copy of this book, and that one is also spoke for, and I plan on getting that one done in July. I'll have some more free time. I've been just on the go with weed whipping and working with Jeff. I'm getting a little fried, but he's going to have his helper next week, so I'll have some more time. I've got lots of things I want to do. I am going to start working on the strawberry shortcake journals and the strawberry journals. I've got lots of cool stuff, and I probably will have a couple different groups of them because I don't know how many I'm going to make. So I plan on having some in July and August. I'm not really putting time frames on anything. I'm just kind of going to see where it takes me. And I will be putting more couple glue books out now and then too, also. So this book is just such a cool book. I love it. I think I've used almost all the pages from this one. Just the paper is so pretty and it's nice and thick and it goes great in journals. So that is the cover of this one. And then this is some fabric Maddie sent me. This one has 3 signatures too. And I believe there's 120 pages in this one also. So I lined this with some scrapbook paper, and then I did put some fabric washi here and here. And then this is your goodie bag you're going to get with this one. And then I did make a little really cool whimsical sheep there for that one. Okay. I might have put more garden papers in this actual book, some of the original pages. Sprayed paper, bird book page, coloring book page. There's your garden flip. I love this painty paper. Scrapbook paper. There is that coloring book page. Stationery. More of the garden paper. Second signature. Graph paper. From that coloring book. Wallpaper. Sesame Street. Here is the pocket. Here's your manila envelope. There's that children's book. Just love the maps and all the colors in the maps of the atlas. So pretty. There's that drawing paper. Sesame Street. Love that metallic gold paper. This is just such a cool coloring book. I just love it. You can have some fun with that. So pretty. And then I did add some little fabric washi here. This page had a little bit of a spot on it, so I just added some fabric washi, but that's only fabric in here. Construction paper. Here is at the tab, the garden tab. The apple book. Stationery. A lot of these I hinge together, and I just use the offcuts of the papers to hinge them together. That conservation book, scrapbook paper, construction paper, and then we are at the back. I did add some hearts here on this paper. This was some scrapbook paper I got thrifting, and there was, it was kind of worn here, so I just glued on some of my fabric hearts. I just sew around those. I love making those. So that is the Creative Garden book. Such a pretty book. All right, last one here is the Unforgettable Musical Memories. And this one is also spoken for, I believe. It's a Reader's Digest songbook. This cover came from Miss Carla. These don't have any of the original book pages in them, but I added a lot of the similar pages. That is the spine. I love that fabric. 3 signatures. I believe there's either 140 total pages or maybe a little bit extra in here. 3 signatures. And then here is your little goodie bag. There is your envelope with the little dog. I just stamped "You Are My Sunshine." And then I just put some of this cool ribbon here down over my chain stitch, because the inside covers of this book were in great condition, so I didn't need to cover them with anything. I just thought that was really pretty with the sunflowers. Similar pages, needlepoint book, the divider tab. Love these bird book pages. Here's some really pretty wallpaper. Sesame Street. So an eclectic mix of papers. Some of my favorite papers that I like to add to my own journals, that I like to glue on, or my glue books, art journals. Second signature, that coloring book, that embroidery, some construction paper, that children's book. Here's a manila envelope with your goodies, metallic wallpaper. I love adding these garden flips. They're just such fun. They're really pretty. It gives you all that extra space. The Girl Scout badge book, painty paper, that conservation paper, and then you've got this, so pretty, painty paper, art to wear, scrapbook paper, wallpaper. There's your manila envelope. Love the penguins here. Construction paper, that embroidery book, coloring book. And then here is a page from another large children's book that I had. I just sewed it here. There's a little bit of a pocket onto another piece of scrapbook paper, garden paper, color that atlas. And then here is your fun pocket with the goodies there, graph paper, letterhead. So much fun in here. And scrapbook paper, okay. And then that is the back. So that is the unforgettable musical memories. And this one I believe is spoken for. If something changes, then they will be listed in my Etsy shop. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will, like I said, be having maybe a few more glue books here and there. And I'm just going to really start working on my strawberry shortcake journals. And I'll probably share some of the process with you. I've had a few of you ask me to show you how I do the spine. And I have done it before, but I thought I would show you again. And I'm going to be making some more fabric scrap journal covers that are going to have strawberry shortcake theme. I've got some ideas. So maybe I will film some of that process and kind of take you along. All right, guys, I hope you are all doing well. You're finding some sunshine. I am finding some sunshine. I'm pretty beat. I've been walking and weed whipping a lot, and I'm looking forward to the young kid come on and help Jeff so I can have some more time to hang out with you guys. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please hit that subscribe button and find some creative space for yourself today and have fun. All right. I'll see you real soon. Thanks for watching.